My name is Leslie Baum, and I am a painter. And I've been working with paint for over 20 years. I'm going to be exhibiting new work at the Cleve Carney Gallery at the College of DuPage in August, opening August 24th. And the show is called Here Comes the Rainbow. And it's all new work, and it's exploring these ideas about shape and color and subtlety and slowness across different scales and surfaces. So some are lower, the embossed area is the negative space, and some is the positive space. I believe the most dramatic part of the exhibition are going to be 7 large wall paintings. These are unstretched, shaped pieces, and each shape will be assigned a color of the traditional spectrum. So 7 shapes and 7 colors. And there'll be another body of work using the same 7 shapes and associating them with the 7 colors again. But in this body of work, there'll be more play with variation and shifting between the hues. And so shapes will move, like there's a circle-ish shape that's red. And in this work, which is going to be embossed paper, where the shapes are cut out of canvas and then embossed with a printing press on paper and then hand-painted monochromes. Each one will be different. And my hope is that the viewer will take time and see that each piece has a lot of nuance and variation. At first glance, it might look just like an even block of color, but as you get closer, it is my hope that one notices that the color is uneven and layered, and that there's a shape, and then on each piece the shape is in a slightly different place, and maybe even the shape itself changes. And then there's going to be a third body of work related to it of the same shapes, and they're going to be meditation pillows. I like to think of them as puffy paintings, because they're still paintings, and they'll be on the floor, and they'll be there for the viewer to sit on so they can have that slower experience of viewing the work. So this is a small wall guy.
Yeah.
I've started working with unstretched canvas accidentally, as most things often happen to be. You're pursuing one thing and another thing reveals itself to you. And one of the benefits and gifts of working on this material is you can work at a much larger scale with great ease and flexibility. And there's a flatness where the piece becomes a part of the wall. And there's a bit of illusion. And the texture of the canvas is extremely rich. And when you're dealing with a monochrome, where there's not a lot of image, it's really about the color having that expanse and having it contained within the shape. I think it invites that kind of moving in closer and stepping back. It's kind of a viewing dance where you come close to figure out what's happening on the surface, and then you step back to try to see the whole totality. The tallest one is going to be over 12 feet tall. It'll take up the bulk of the gallery. You'll have to be very far away to see the whole piece, the 7 canvases together. But then I'm imagining people will come right up to them, hopefully put their nose right up next to it and notice the texture and the shifts in the color. And so there'll be that dance back and forth. One of my interests actually in the idea of the rainbow, and my science is very science light, but I think from my 7th grade science class, I remember learning about breaking the white light into its spectrum. And that has always stayed with me as a metaphor, that within this one color or this one thing, there is a plurality. We don't always see it. And all together, you can have a whole. And so I see the rainbow not only as being the 7 colors, but also being the 7 colors coming together to make something strong and beautiful.